More people search roofers on the BBB than any other category. 6 million searches per year, I think, in 2019 numbers.
I think, first of all, the directory itself is a great idea, right? There's not a lot of great roofing directories out there.
Our goal is to reach top 1%.
5-10 years ago, from my point of view, BBB was like, hey, that's a decent brand.
That's how big companies try to hide negativity on the internet. They don't want you to find negative reviews.
Feels kind of funny, but think smaller and you can build your brand that way versus those big guys.
A lot of you guys have asked us, Dmitry, what's behind a Roofing Insights directory? How are you going to connect homeowners and contractors, and what's the plan? How's the idea? How are you different from HomeAdvisor, and how are you getting on the leads? So today we're at Hook Agency with a team. In our company, we keep calling him Tim Hook. What's your last name?
Brown.
Tim Brown, but we all, my entire team thinks his last name is Hook.
Hey. It's all good.
Because it's Hook Agency, downtown Minneapolis. I've been working with the team for a couple months now. Today I want to share our strategy, how we met, and I want to explain to you what you can expect from Roofing Insights Directory, where we're going. We have a lot of absolutely exciting things. I'm pumped about it. I want to share how I met Tim. So about a year and a half ago, I've seen an article on HomeAdvisor on the first page of Google, and it was not by HomeAdvisor. If you know HomeAdvisor, you know, billion-dollar plus company, publicly traded company, anything they put out, like if you type in HomeAdvisor complaints, it'll be first results by HomeAdvisor. Yeah. HomeAdvisor reviews, they're really good at SEO. They're trying to rank for negative keywords. So when you guys are search for negative feedback or negative reviews, you're actually going to see their piece of content, which is not a good thing. It's a gimmick too.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much that's how big companies try to hide negativity on the internet. They don't want you to find negative reviews. As a matter of fact, I have 5 whistleblowers in every single office of HomeAdvisor. Now, few in Angels List, and they will tell you, people who sell leads at HomeAdvisor, that they're trained on a one-stop call, like one call close, because they said, actually next month we are interviewing on camera a whistleblower from Kansas City. She said, if you don't sell them on the call, if they hang up and they go Google results, they never call you back. So if they did not hear, and I don't know who never heard of HomeAdvisor, pretty much you don't have a chance. But a year and a half ago, I found this article, and it was written by Hook Agency. I'm like, how in the world this guy wrote article? It was 11 funny reviews of HomeAdvisor?
Yeah, something like that. I think it's up to 13 hilarious HomeAdvisor reviews.
Something like that.
Yes.
So, and then he actually used my reviews in the article as well.
Which is hilarious, so.
And I'm like, so I'm reading it, and I'm like, wow, this is genius. And it was trending on the first page of Google for quite some time. Yeah. And at that time, I did not know how to write blogs. I also have a web guy who built a website, who does blogs, but we could not rank on the first page of Google. We rank on YouTube all the time. Like a lot of my videos, if you go type in gutter covers, roofing products, you know, HomeAdvisor, leads, how to start a roofing business, all those terms, we're on the first page of YouTube. That's how homeowners find us. But we did not dominate Google search, and Google is 90% of the search. It's everything. So then I reached out to Tim and said, Tim, here's what we're working on. And we have 2 agencies now. So we have one agency who actually build directory, build a website, uploads 3-4 blogs per week. We have copywriter on team. Quentin is absolutely awesome. And Tim Hook and his amazing agency, that guy with a mustache and beautiful hair right there.
He's my favorite.
Yeah, mine too.
This is the mustache.
Mustache. And so amazing team. So what they do is they pretty much insert steroids in our blogs, so Google can find them. So this is how our website is ranked higher and higher. We actually have a session right after this about performance. What can you tell so far about performance with the first couple months?
Yeah, so I see a lot of opportunity, and I think that there's growth already that's pretty exciting. I think, first of all, the directory itself is a great idea, right? There's not a lot of great roofing directories out there. And so we believe that there's a lot of growth there, but there's also, with the adjacent content that we're going to be putting out around the more regional searches, we know how to do that in an aggressive way that will feature the roofers in the directory.
Like top 10,
the top
Chicago.
10, stuff like that. And we know these other sites that do top 10 roofers, like Yelp and HomeAdvisor and all these different ones, they don't know shit about contractors. Like, they don't know anything about that region or the quality, and they don't do a lot of checking. So just the ability to kind of be boots on the ground. I know that you go out to different roofers. You actually care about the quality of those people. Just by the very nature of that, these lists are going to be better, significantly better.
Quick interruption, and we'll be right back, continuing explaining to you what we do at Roofing Insights Directory. For those of you contractors who are watching this video and wondering how you guys can join, there's only one way in our directory, is join our roofing-school.com. Once you join, we're gonna send you an amazing backpack with some books. We're pretty much gonna get your money back right away on the very first month. There's no sign-up fees, there's no cancellation fees, cancel anytime. We just want you to try it. We'll give you money worth in knowledge and online content that we have. We also will qualify you for our directory if you're one of those amazing contractors in our network. I'm gonna put all the links in the description below. Hope to see you inside. If you have any more questions, my phone number also gonna be in the description below. Just text me directory and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can to answer all of your questions if you have any after you finish watching this video. Let's go back to Hook Agency and see what else we do amazing at Roofing Insights Directory. Well, if you're the homeowner watching it, I'm here to tell you, I talk to every single person in my directory. I know all of them. 90% of them I met in person, whether it's events, conferences. I knew them for years because I've been attending, events. I see who is trying to learn new things and take their brand seriously, and I see who are hacks and should not be allowed in directory, or who just chasing money, chasing storms. Today they're here, tomorrow they're there, and not taking care of the homeowners. We see it, so only a roofer knows how to find a good roofer. And now, you're right, I'm a boots on the ground. I go screen those guys, talk to them, approve them to be in directory, and then Tim and his team, they write the blogs about it. If he writes a blog, top 15 contractors in Chicago, I've done all the homework. He just have to make them look good, and Google to find that article or position that article on the first page.
And we know how to make stuff rank, so that's kind of the key here. There's a lot of things you can do on your blogs and stuff like that, and I know roofers might not always understand why you pair great landing pages, let's say location landing pages, with blogs and things like that. There's different intent, right? You want to service the intent of the searcher. So, and you can tell what the intent is for those searches. Like, let's say it's Chicago roofing companies. Mm-hmm. When you see those lists come up at the top, that's because there's an intent for that type of content. So we want to analyze, what is the intent? What does this person want when they search that? And let's service that intent. And then we also do things like we go out and aggressively get links back to the website. That's what you're talking about with the steroid stuff. We kind of understand that back end stuff, as well as little technical things you can do on the site to make sure that it's ranking high. And we're kind of always looking to do that, and we're pretty aggressive about it. So we've already got some really good results from like best asphalt shingles and stuff like that, like where we're not only coming up on the first page of Google, which I think you were close at least when we took over, but now we're taking up a lot more space because we put things like FAQs in the search result. We're going to be talking to you about that in a second when we're reporting, but essentially you're taking up 2 or 3 times the space on that page than you were before. And ultimately, at the end of the day, what we're looking for is attention. We want attention. The more we can get, the better. And ultimately, I know you understand the game because Roofing Insights is great at it as well. But like we need a lot of attention to make sure that we're getting to the right people, the right eyeballs, and search is one way, and that's our kind of specialty, search. Getting found.
We definitely get a lot of attention with the YouTube. How much YouTube helps? I mean, obviously it owns by YouTube. A lot of Jews coming from.
Something that I think is a great thing for other people as well that are doing YouTube videos is link back to the related blog post in your.
We do that a lot.
So doing that, and then vice versa, like the embeds of videos, the embeds of videos in your blog posts. It's back and forth. It's that interlinking. What we want is to share the authority of those things, and that's kind of a big piece of what makes something rank is how much authority. And Google is kind of algorithmically looking for authority. You are certainly able to share some of that authority that you've built up on YouTube with the site, and as the site grows its authority, that will help with YouTube as well. So there's that crossover.
My next question is how hard it is to compete with the billion-dollar companies like Yelp, like HomeAdvisor, because I mean they have almost unlimited budgets, but at the same time, Google also is in the game. Like I've seen huge trend, like HomeAdvisor spent $1 billion with Google in 10 years, but now it's actually 20% of their spend because Google openly competes with them with a Google guarantee and stuff. And Google is in the game too.
Which we believe you should be on as well. And I mean, we're not, we do some paid search, but we're more on the organic side. And so thus, there's almost like...
And that's the next step, by the way. We will be spending a lot of money on Google ads as well. And it's easier for us to advertise Roofing Insights. It's cheaper, I believe, for us to run ads, let's say in Chicago for Roofing Insights versus for 10 companies in Chicago, and we can get better results for them.
And just having that third party kind of verification and credibility, which
more clickable, cheaper.
Exactly. So on the organic side, competing with these big companies looks like this. We believe it's better to think small in that way because certainly Yelp and HomeAdvisor and all these different people, they have this national campaign going on. They're good at the big picture stuff, but when you zoom in on communities, like when you zoom in on, let's say Chicago, but also like the boroughs and stuff around Chicago, when there's other smaller areas, that's where contractors can win just overall. And it's also where we're really trying to push and dominate for those locations because the more specific we go, the more that they aren't going to try to compete with us there. They're just thinking too broadly and they don't have the domain knowledge, the specific information that makes that content more valuable. So I think that's the way to think is think smaller. It feels kind of funny, but think smaller and you can build your brand that way versus those big guys.
And this is definitely a vision of mine, trying to reach smaller audience. Like I'm not trying to reach all the contractors. For me, and this is the policy at Roofing Insights right now, our goal is to reach top 1%. So if there's 3,000 contractors in town, we're not gonna let more than 30 in directory. So for me, I don't want to connect everybody with everyone. I want the right homeowner who's doing their research. And by the way, the feedback we're getting right now from contractors, they're the best homeowners who are like the person who goes on YouTube and types in best shingle or in Google, who makes the best shingle, do the comparison. It's the best homeowner for me. He knows what he wants. He's doing the research. He's not sitting there waiting like, okay, anybody who walks that door, who door knocks, I'll buy for him. 20% of people will buy almost from anyone. But people who do their research and also the contractors who are branding, contractors who come to us and love our content, I always say, if you like my content, it tells me more about you than about my content. People who love Roofing Insights, they are honest guys, usually hardworking guys, trying to elevate their brand organically. They're not trying to just dump a whole bunch of money and say, well, just here's the money, give me results. They're trying to do it themselves too, because our content is all about it. Like, how can you grow organically? I'm an organic guy to the core. I'm okay paying, but like guys who wants to start a YouTube channel, I mean, how many want to do it? How many want to rebrand their name? How many want to take their brand seriously? That's our audience. So that's pretty much the goal. So we connect top 1% of homeowners with the top 1% of contractors, which is, by the way, 3 million homeowners with 3,000 or 10,000 contractors, whatever the amount is. And if you guys feel like you're one of those and you take yourself seriously, because with us, you only have one shot. If I let you in my directory and you screw up, you run away with the money, and I try to call you, homeowner try to call you, you're nowhere to be found after you mess up, you're out. You're not going to get a second chance. After you screw up, you will get a second chance, and we will fix the mess together. I'll give you opportunity. You're going to make mistakes, and mistakes are fine. You're not going to get kicked out after you made a mistake, but after you refuse to fix your mistake. And I'm clear about it. Like, you can make mistake, everybody does it, but I want you to stand behind your work and make it right. If you don't, I'm gonna pay for your mistake. I'm gonna kick you out and replace you with someone who actually appreciates. But yesterday I got 2 phone calls from Chicago, and guys got leads, and we actually filmed the first testimonial. $18,000 roofing job. Homeowner is engineered, gave amazing feedback. Said, Dmitry, keep doing what you're doing. You helped me so much.
I saw one of your videos that said you started a directory, and I said, well, that's fantastic. I got to look. So I need to find somebody close.
Funny fact, he chose a contractor who installed Atlas shingles. And the guy was sold on OC. So he called him and said, I watched Dmitry on YouTube. I want OC shingles. Contractor did not push back, say, sure, we'll install OC.
I told him what I wanted. And thanks to you did all the reviews on the shingles. And I said, well, I got to have a Owens Corning with a nail strip in it. I said, I really like that.
And install OC. The homeowners who come to those contractors from the directory, they know exactly what they want. It's an amazing thing.
Awesome.
And on the other end, I feel like I like how you said that homeowners in smaller communities,
the specificity of like the going after littler areas.
But I think it's happening because homeowners are losing trust in the big brands. Like BBB, it's not BBB we knew 10 years ago. If you talk to the homeowner, it's still there, but it's old, and they have so much negative publicity. Like, my name, my reputation means so much. Like, HomeAdvisor, they turn off their reviews everywhere. They don't have Google rating. They don't have, you know what I mean?
And they paid BBB to basically fluff their stats and stuff like that.
Finally, they took them down too.
Really?
Oh yeah, finally we won. We've been pushing them for 2 years.
Well, because I'm guessing that the money that they gave to to BBB was obscene, basically.
So, back-end story, we've been pressing BBB for 2 years, and they finally, after 3 news stories about it, they finally took them down.
It's really bad for BBB's brand, because ultimately, like 5-10 years ago, from my point of view, BBB was like, hey, that's a decent brand, right? Like that means something to people. And I think that the more that they do stuff like that, it really makes their brand mean nothing.
Do you know #1 category in BBB? Search volume? Roofers. More people search roofers on the BBB than any other category. 6 million searches per year, I think, in 2018 numbers. 6 million. Here's the problem. If you're the homeowner watching it. So out of 6 million searches, 80% of people who go with the lower bidder end up with a BBB complaint. So a lot of scammers, a lot of, he took my money and never heard from him again, news stories like that. News flash. You can find that contractor, the scammer, on BBB. And BBB will not do anything. Think about this. Out of 6 million, how many actually, BBB will downgrade you to F, but if you gave me money, $20,000, and I scammed you, run away, what's your recourse? Exactly. Okay, I got F-way. Oh, bad llama. You know, don't do it again.
And they just changed their name or something.
Exactly, but you're out of $20,000. So that
We
really-
all know them. We've all seen them, those contractors.
Exactly, but a lot of them sitting on BBB right now with an A+ rating until they screw someone. So that's the thing. That's the difference between I'm openly competing with the director with the BBB. I want my badge worth something, means something. So if you have BBB badge on your truck and my contractor has a Roofing Insights badge, $20,000 guarantee, it means if BBB contractors screw you over, and you can take him good luck. You'll never get your money probably. And my contractor, if my contractor screws up, I will give you money to up to $20,000, which is average roofing job. With a smile on my face, I gave you bad referral. I deserve to take hit. My account deserves to get it. That's what I don't understand. Why BBB or HomeAdvisor, who makes $300 million a quarter, why they can do that? They can. They refuse.
Well, that's something to be said. Is we believe also that badges on your site are a smart way to get trust, and the ones that are more trusted in the homeowner's eyes. And I love the way that you did that with the badge, that it has the money guarantee on it. If I was a homeowner, to see that on a contractor's site, that would be really reassuring. I think to see that would be extremely reassuring. And ultimately, from our point of view, because we do web design as well, these little badges and things like that really kind of decrease. What you want to do is you want to decrease friction towards submitting that contact form. You want to make it very easy. So the biggest ones I think are those badges, various badges. Maybe BBB means a little less, but using the roofing directory badge and other, like maybe your manufacturer, if you have your certification for the manufacturers. And then also the other one that I think that a lot of contractors, just kind of throwing in some marketing stuff here, is that a lot of people aren't doing, that I suggest, is I believe you should have testimonials, but you should make them almost look like reviews. So that being said, like, where was it left? Was it left on Facebook? Was it left on Google? Having that logo, having the 5 stars, having the picture of the person who left the review, almost making that testimonial section feel like a reviews section.
Love it.
Because it makes it kind of brings it out of that distrust. We have a natural distrust of testimonials.
We're skeptical.
Yeah, and even not that savvy homeowners know your testimonials are bullshit half the time. So if you put that logo of where it is, so that they can go verify that at a third party if they want to. So that means you have to get it as a review on Google or Facebook first. And that's the best way to get a testimonial, in my opinion, because then those stars come in on Google search result page, right? Like, you see that alongside your website. You see, hey, what is this rated on Facebook? What is this rated on Google? Those types of things. And we believe bringing that into your website and having it on every selling page is really important. So one of those things that every contractor could go do now, and I believe that you'd have a positive result on your website's conversion rate.
Love it. So that's it we have for you guys for today. Just wanted to introduce Tim Brown, not Tim Hook, Tim Brown with the Hook Agency. We're going to keep working with them. Actually, right now, we're going to look at our website, our trends, what else we can do. We're doubling down on content. We're doubling down on ads. We're actually about to start spending money on the Facebook ads, on the Google ads, and stuff like that. That's a phase 2 of Roofing Insights Directory. We're still looking for contractors in a lot of areas. What people don't know is we don't charge for leads. I promised all my audience, all of you faithful, that I will never be in the lead generation business. I will never sell homeowners information for dollar transactions. So I don't want leads money. I want a directory money. I want to connect the best with the best. And contractors, there's no sign-up fees. There's no cancellation fees. You can try it for 1 month. Just enjoy the business school. The only way to get in directory is actually through the school. We want to make sure you are in our network. We want to make sure that we understand you and you understand our standards. If we trust you, we put you in directory for free as our student. We have amazing contractors, wedding contractors every day. Right now, the hottest area for us is New York, Massachusetts, all that little corner. I call them mean people. people, how they speak. They're very like in your face, like those Bostonians.
Hey, you've got a little New York in you too yourself.
Exactly.
I got a little, I got a little
tough.
Texas in me.
People
Yeah.
call me mean too, but we need some mean contractors from Boston and Massachusetts, nicest of the meanest. How about that? And like I said, it's just a couple $100 a month. You can try it for yourself, and we do get a lot of leads. Everything is increasing. Thank you so much for support for all of those who sign up early before we actually have results. Now we have results, it's easier. Comment below if you have any questions about directory.
Can I share our stuff?
Sure.
Yeah, so if you're looking to hook better leads by making your website more effective, we do web design and search engine optimization for roofers. So hookagency.com if you're interested in that.
Awesome. Thank you guys. See you in the next video. If you have any more questions about our directory, comment below or message me. I would like to hear from you. Also, we are running a very special promotion from our sponsor, Job Nimbus. Use code Nimbus100 to get $100 off any plan in our school for life. Amazing deal, ends July 4th. I'll see you guys in the next video. Check it out, try it for yourself. Let me know if you have questions.